Enjoy the World Cup qualifying videos on this channel? Head over to Patreon for some exclusive classic matches done in the same style. Time to get on down with another edition of What Happened on My Universe mode. It's main event, and we were in Sunrise, Florida for another edition. The show opened with a singles contest between one half of the World Tag Team Champions, Sting, and he was facing off against one half of the #1 contenders for the World Tag Team titles, Earthquake. And just as they were getting ready to go, look who showed up. It was Earthquake's tag team partner, Typhoon. Earthquake took control of the match straight away, hitting a huge power slam and throwing Sting about. And when Sting was down, he pretty much dropped the biggest elbow he could on him, then went straight to his finishing move, sitting on him, and went for the pin, but it was only a 2 count. After this, Sting found his way back into the match with some strikes. He dropped elbows, fists, chops, and eventually he knocked the big man down, dropping an elbow to the head and then an elbow to the back. When he picked him up again though and tried to Irish whip him, he reversed it and then Typhoon grabbed his ankle, the sneaky fucker. With Sting hurt, Earthquake took advantage of the injury and squashed Sting into the corner. He then hit his Earthquake splash again, sitting on him, and this time Sting wasn't kicking out. A 1-2-3 and a victory for Earthquake. Next up, Booker T headed down to ringside with a mic in hand, ready to get the crowd all excited, and that was exactly what he did when he got on the mic. He tried to get the crowd excited, but before he could carry on, Mark Henry interrupted. The world's strongest man advised Booker T that he should be the only thing he's concerning himself with right now, and Booker T agreed. He said it could be interesting. Well, Mark Henry said that he was here to fight. Henry even went so far as to challenge Booker T to prove how big he was. Booker said that if it was a fight, they could do it anytime, anywhere. Then Mark Henry told him to shut his mouth and called him a jackass. Then Booker T argued that he shouldn't be called a jackass. And then Mark Henry started talking about animals and backyard bonanzas. It got a bit weird at the end. After their little altercation last week, Chris Jericho was facing off against Jim Neidhart. And Jim Neidhart, unsurprisingly, was accompanied by Brian Pillman. But not only that, the British Bulldog Davey Boy Smith turned up as well. Jericho's response to those guys turning up was to chuck Jim Neidhart to the outside, away from where Pillman and the Bulldog were. He then attacked Neidhart on the ramp and hit various moves, including a dirty German suplex and a backbreaker, before Neidhart finally took control and slammed him down. Neidhart had control now and hit a nice back suplex on Jericho in the ring before going back to the outside, throwing Jericho out first before heading out himself and just chucking Jericho about, including into the British Bulldog. Jericho reversed after that though, hit a slam and went for a big double axe handle, which he missed. It must have hurt his leg because Neidhart brought him back in the ring, hit a suplex and a couple more moves before hitting a huge slam to take Jericho for the pin. 1, 2, 3, and Neidhart was surprisingly victorious. A big singles match next as Macho Man Randy Savage, who was accompanied by the King Dusty Rhodes, took on the WWE Champion, The Undertaker. A close fought beginning ended with a reversal from The Undertaker, who followed that with a big DDT and then a back body drop. Savage then got a reversal of his own, snapping down The Undertaker's arm before picking him up and spinning him airplane style. Nice. Macho Man slammed The Undertaker with a big side buster before trying to punch him out, but The Undertaker doesn't like getting punched out and slapped his fist away. He then hit a huge power slam and a dirty choke slam. However, when The Undertaker went for the pin, Dusty Rhodes was on the apron, distracting the referee. He got on the apron again to distract The Undertaker this time. That gave Macho Man enough time to recover, and when The Undertaker went for his next attack, Savage was ready. Randy Savage went into beast mode after that. A massive backbreaker, a huge superplex, and a dirty piledriver followed. And Macho went for the pin. He hadn't done enough to beat The Undertaker though, who kicked out at 2. So Savage went to the top rope and hit that flying elbow drop right to the head of The Undertaker, and the bleeding Phenom couldn't kick out. Savage celebrated in the ring, but after that, The Undertaker got a bit of help himself, and Stone Cold came to the ring, attacked Savage, threw him into the corner, hit him with a stun gun and a Stone Cold Stunner. We had a promo before main event's main event, and it was Goldberg who headed to the ring with a mic in hand. He just wanted to say a few things. Firstly, he G'd up the crowd, saying it was his favourite city to be in. Suck up. And then said that when he signed his contract it was the greatest moment of his life. He said he'd paid his dues and everything he'd got and he'd earned, and that he'd said his piece. It was time to put his words into action. Basically, he's going to try and win. Main event time, and it was Triple H. He was coming down to take on his former best friend, one of them anyway, Kevin Nash. The match began decently, Triple H gaining the initial advantage and throwing Kevin Nash about with a back body drop and then a gutbuster, but Kevin Nash wasn't down and he hit a boss man slam or a black hole slam or whatever you want to call it and a neck breaker before punching Triple H down. Triple H got back up though and hit a DDT and an elbow drop off the second rope. He then went for a kick but Nash reversed and locked in a half crab. Triple H didn't tap out though and he hit another reversal, turning him over and kicking him away. Triple H nailed a suplex but couldn't keep Nash down. Nash then hit a backbreaker and a big knee to the head before jackknifing Triple H down hard. He went for the pin but it was a 2 count thanks to resiliency. The game had control again. He'd hit his big spinebuster and then smashed Nash down with a huge pedigree and took the win at 1-2-3. After the match, Triple H didn't celebrate much. He was going to head to the outside, but then looked back and thought, nah, I'm going to beat up Kevin Nash a bit more, possibly get a bit of revenge for that handshake snub last week. He stomped him down quite a bit and eventually stopped because the show had to end. And that's it for this edition of What Happened on My Universe Mode. Like and subscribe.